Hey everyone, this is Joe in General, your resident reason and evidence enthusiast. It is Tuesday, the 6th of June 2017, and we're taking a quick look at Synereo AMP. This is a cryptocurrency that I mentioned in a video from 2-3 weeks ago as part of a mega mini crypto analysis doing a number of coins, but AMP right here. I got into it for, well, a particular reason, which I'll show you, but it has had some price movements to the upside. So you may consider getting in if you're not already. Or if you are in already, then this information may be helpful. Of course, do your own research, blah, 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 all that jazz. Very quickly before I move on, since doing this video from 4 days ago on Burstcoin, I've had 362 new subscribers in 4 days. That's really cool. Good for my channel. So thank you to all those who have subscribed, and if you're not subscribed yet, do hit that button, and of course hit the like and share buttons, and of course comment as well. I want to know your thoughts. And secondly, in between YouTube uploads, I'm trialing this thing on Instagram, instagram.com/joeingeneral, where I do mini updates to this page, either as like a screenshot or as a video. So check that out at instagram.com/joeingeneral and hit that subscribe button. Okay, straight on to AMP. Now this is where we were on May the 16th when I made the video. And I was liking this little pattern from about here to here. Now I'll zoom in a second, but I just wanted to zoom out to this old high here of 43,200. Now, of course, AMP, we're pairing this against Bitcoin. So a high of 43,200. And that was in late August, early September of last year. Now, since then, we had a very large retracement all the way down to a low of 2,903. And I was liking this little pattern here because we did break above this resistance point here of around about 7,000 roughly. And we've just been trading in this nice little range, and it looked like it was starting to break out. So I decided to get in and just get a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit for a bit of a speculative play. And I did the exponential Fibonacci calculation between the high of 43,200 and the low of 2,903, and we had some retracement targets, and they did happen to hit a couple of the points. And the points here, this 50% retracement of 11,199. If we pop in here, and this was in sort of mid-March, we hit it around about here. That's pretty close. I think the exact was 11,297. That's pretty damn close to 11,199. So hit that Fibonacci retracement. And since making the video, if I zoom forward, we did hit above that level here of 14,832, and we did hit the 61.8 retracement level from that old high and the low. And that retracement level was 15,401, and technically we hit, what was it, 15,504. So again, I'll call that close enough for jazz. Now, since then, we did have a little bit of a retracement, but then we did break through that, and we have currently topped out at just under 19,000. Now, the next Fibonacci calculation up from the 61.8 was the 76.4, and that was at 22,842. You can call it 23,000, something like that, or a range of between 22.5 to 23,000. We didn't quite reach that, and we have had a bit of a sell-off. Now, interestingly though, it seems like many of the cryptos have had a sell-off in the last 24 hours. Actually, quite a lot have been in the red in the last 24 hours. Now it looks like some of them are starting to pick up again, but it wasn't just AMP that had that retracement. It was a buttload of the cryptos had a significant retracement, some quite a lot. And that's probably, in part, if not all due to the rise in the Bitcoin price past the old high now of 2760 on the Bitstamp exchange. My weekly Wednesday Bitcoin price analysis will come tomorrow, so I won't talk too much about Bitcoin, and I'll save that for tomorrow's video. Subscribe if you want to see that one. Excuse me. So I think because a lot of the cryptos had a down day, and I think a lot of them will be starting to recover now. I think AMP, now of course I could be wrong, and do your own research and, blah, 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 all that. But it seems like, I think, we are going to see a test of some of these old highs, if not the old high of 43,200 eventually. But let's have a look at the next price targets. As mentioned, this price target here of about 23,000 could be the next one to see a little bit of resistance, and that's going to be up here because of the large difference in price here. Everything looks really minute, so my apologies if you're watching this on mobile phone. But you've got the 23,000 level at around about here, and we have had, as you see, we've had a significant retracement from here down to here. Could we see more of a pullback? Yes, we could, but I think coming soon we may break this 19,000 and head up to the 23,000 mark. And from the 23,000 mark up, well, then the next place, at least on the exponential Fibonacci calculation, is the old high of 43,200, which is all the way back here. Now, of course, take psychological values into play. You've got your 25,000, and you've got these resistance levels here on the chart. You've probably got around about the 26 here. That's sort of coinciding with this support level here. And of course, you've got this here, which is at around about your 35,000 level. But I definitely think coming soon, if the trend continues, then we're going to see a test of this 23,000. Now, of course, you have to take into account what the actual sell orders and buy orders are. In this case, the sell orders. So we're using the Poloniex exchange. So you'd want to go down here, check out the market depth. Now, this market depth may not be the same, or probably will not be the same when you look at it, or it depends on when you view this video. But as of right now, on Tuesday, the 6th of June, we actually have quite a large sell wall here at 21,000. So that's something you need to take into consideration. Do you put your sell order at 23,000 or a little bit below, or do you put it just a little bit below 2,100? That may be something to consider. But let's look at how much Bitcoin worth that is. Now look at this market. Usually trades, 0 point something of a Bitcoin worth sometimes here. This is kind of a larger one, 5 Bitcoin. Let's go down to 2,100. So you've got, 1.4 Bitcoin worth. Let's go down to, there's 20,000 at 11 Bitcoin worth. That's, getting up there. Certainly is for this particular market. But when we take a look at 2,100, whoa, we've got 58 Bitcoin worth at 21,000, I should say. Now, I could be wrong, but this seems pretty odd to me. And this level here, 58 Bitcoin worth at 21,000, seems pretty artificial to me. Seems like someone may be trying to cap the price while they accumulate at lower prices. Again, of course, I could be wrong, but 58 Bitcoin when the average is, usually less than 1 Bitcoin seems pretty sus to me. So what may happen is once the price starts creeping up to this area here, you may magically see possibly like 50 Bitcoin worth just removed really quickly, which then may drive the price up to that next Fibonacci level of about 23,000. However, I guess it's not guaranteed. Actually, you've got another large sell order here at 41 Bitcoin worth. So the question is, are they real or are they being used for manipulation? So what you may consider doing is, and what I am doing, so I'm going to put a sell order in a little bit below 21,000, and I'm just going to keep a watch of the market to see if this sell order gets removed or a significant portion of it. And I'll also keep an eye on this 2150 level here at 41 Bitcoin. So this may be different by the time that you see this video. But that's what we're looking at the moment. Next target around about 23,000 or 21,000 if this is a real sell order. And moving higher from there, looking at a test of well, you've got this, as I said before, about 34, 35, and then again testing this old high of 43,200. Blue sky thinking, if we do eventually break through 43,200, where could we go from there? If we use the exponential Fibonacci calculation, we've got a lot of higher targets. Now, they're much higher targets because the gap between 43,200 is so large. So, for example, the 1.236 level is at 81,000. And for example, the key up target of 1.618 is at 230,000. So that's pretty huge. So with such a large gap, take into account the psychological values. So for example, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, etc. So this might be blue sky thinking, this 1.618 level of 230,000, but the 1.618 level has certainly been up targets in other cryptocurrencies once it breaks an old high. So it could get there eventually, but again, think about the psychological values. And of course, the next up target here is at about 23 or 21,000. So if you would like to stay updated with Synereo AMP price and of course all my others, as mentioned before, hit the subscribe button and you can stay updated. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Thanks very much. Stay safe, stay informed. Speak soon.